I'm Jay Thomas, and welcome to Rides.
This show looks at anything that has an engine and a story told by the owners.
Today on Rides, we are going to check out a AMX. I love these cars. This one is actually called Big Bad Green. This was part of their color line for AMX, and Don's the owner. Don, how you doing, buddy? Man, I had people tell me about this car. This thing is gorgeous, dude.
Well, thanks.
Man, 1969?
Correct.
And they did, what, 3 years, wasn't it, for AMX?
Yep, 68 through 70 for the true two-seaters.
And these colors actually are called the Big Bad colors, right?
Exactly.
I've never seen a green one in person. that is, I got
it grows on you.
No, I love it. That's green. Dude, you don't see a whole lot of these on the roads, which is a good thing.
It's the car I wanted in high school.
How long have you had this one?
Since 96.
So why an AMX?
A classmate in high school had one.
High school memories.
Yeah, and then the story behind it, he took a big bad orange car and painted it frost white.
No.
So
no.
I like keeping them stock,
yeah.
And knowing that this car was Big Bad Green out of Kenosha, Wisconsin, you know, I decided it had to go back to green.
So what's the 500 special? What is that?
Part of American Motors' marketing efforts was linking up with the Southern California American Motors dealer network, and they did a sponsorship with the Riverside 500 race. There were approximately 104 of these cars that were sold, and they were all green with the saddle leather interior. They were loaded AMXs with air conditioning.
And this is actually one of them.
Yes, there's nothing super distinctive other than the optioning on it. I've had the car longer than I've been married.
That says something, man. Let's check this out. Oh, that interior is really nice. Is this stock interior?
Replacement carpet, replacement seat covers and everything. It needs some fine tuning.
That saddle leather looks great with this green. That was the crazy thing too. These seats are really wide for bucket seats, but they are comfortable, man.
Yeah, each AMX had a number on the dash.
Yep, 14642.
It is numbers matching. I've got the stock intake manifold and the stock carburetor put away along with the stock exhaust manifolds. And I put on Edelbrock goodies for intake, and
looks like you got headers on it. Hooker headers?
Yep.
They sound great, don't they?
I needed the headers because I had one broken stock exhaust manifold. I've found that. I've got a pair blasted and painted and put away. But I like the way it sounds. It breathes nicely. And the Holley that went on to replace the 600 Carter, I get more CFM out of it, and it just, it runs a little better.
What kind of miles are on this?
133 and change.
Wow. What kind of horsepower did this 390 put out?
Stock was 315. This thing with the headers and the larger carb probably, and I haven't had it dynoed, but 330 maybe.
You didn't paint these bumpers. This was part of the AMX. Why were these bumpers painted and not chrome?
They just wanted, as part of the Big Bad color option, to make it more distinctive by getting the colors to blend in with the body panels.
It's subtle, yet it's not, but it looks good. It really brings out the Big Bad Green even more. Love this car. I'd love it even more if we could take it for a spin.
Let's do that.
Can we?
Sure.
All right, let's go for a ride. I love these cars, man. We're going for a cruise. Oh, yeah. Oh. She's got some oomph. What a great riding 69 AMX. This thing is gorgeous. Love it. Thanks for the cruise, man. Thanks for the time, Don.
Thank you for your involvement with the hobby around here.
Well, now it's around America.
Good.
America's going to see this beautiful AMX. It's gorgeous. Don, thank you for being on Rides.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank you,
brother.
Jay.
We are now going to check out I believe it's a 59 Bonneville. Let's go meet Speed Schmidt. Speed, how you doing, brother? Nice to see you again, man.
Yeah,
How you been?
I've been doing pretty good.
This thing is impressive. What's the story on this, buddy?
They have this Pontiac Club that all they do, these officials, they travel the United States and Canada and have all Pontiac car shows. So when I wheeled in with this one and unloaded it, I mean, here them officials come.
they just surrounded it?
They informed me that as far as they know, there's 14 of these in existence.
14. I knew this was rare.
14.
How long have you had this?
I bought this on February 2nd of 2002.
Okay.
My birthday's February 5th.
Okay.
I bought myself
Yourself
a birthday present. The guy I bought this from is a dealer. However, this car was his own. So I bought it on February 2nd. In May, this guy calls me back. He says, I want my car back. I want the car, get it back home here where it belongs. And I said, listen here, Warren, it's home where it belongs. Now the features on here, of course, are them skirts. Now these spinner hubcaps, people think you could buy them at the parts house and put them on. Well, let me tell you, this is a standard Pontiac item. Another option is the windshield washers.
Oh, check that out right
It's
there.
got the windshield washers.
Right there. Okay.
And that is quite a system. The other options is, you know, back then they had padded dash and padded visors. Well, it's got the padded dash, but it don't have the padded visors.
These fins on the back, Speed.
Pontiac calls that a split fin.
It's just, it's got that space age look to it.
Right. Now, if you owned this car and you were a camping enthusiast, you didn't have to buy a camper. You could sleep in here.
You could sleep in the holy smokes. Now, I remember growing up, we'd sneak into the drive-in movie theater,
you
put
could
some
put
guys... When you're putting guys in the back of a Chevelle or a Camaro or even an Impala...
We done that when we were kids.
You know, maybe 1, 2 guys. This is crazy, man.
Right.
Wow.
Now, here's a standard feature. So you're out driving at night and you have a flat tire.
Look at that.
You can, this
Look
goes
at
all,
that.
This goes all the way
How
up to
far
the
out does it-
front.
All the way to the front.
All the way
There,
to the
let me
front.
hold it,
So
let's
you
see.
can, so
Go.
you can, yeah.
I got it. Look at that.
So you can change your tire up there.
That is crazy.
Right. Right. But no retractor.
Oh, so you gotta manually retract it
You gotta
back.
manual
But
retract.
that's a great idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Only Pontiac.
Let's see the interior on this because this interior looks pretty impressive too. Wow, look at that carpet. Now, is that what it came with? Is that factory?
That's factory carpet. And that there, to replace it back in 1989 was $1,500.
In '89.
That's very expensive carpeting. And so it was so expensive that it only made 2 years and they quit it with that silver in there.
Look at that dash. That is like a cockpit.
Right. The radio. See, like the radios nowadays, you hit the seek button.
Yep.
Back then, that one. So there, that is called the Wonder Bar radio. And it has a bar on the top there. Push that bar and it goes to the next station. However, there's no FM.
No, there's no FM back then. Yeah, that was AM radio. Yeah.
That's right, right.
Which I still love AM radio because that's my bread and butter. What is the engine size in this?
389.
389 tri-power. Oof. There we go.
Now, this isn't supposed to be here. That wasn't on it. But the guy I bought it from, he put it on, and I left it. Very easy to take off.
Did you get deducted points for that too?
No,
really?
I didn't.
Geez, I would have deducted you more for that than the beautiful emblems on the side. That's why I'm not a judge, man.
You duck me whatever he wants. I still won first place.
Yeah, you got the
only one.
Yeah.
Right. Now, you see, if you have a problem where the car don't start, I got the starter in the glove box, piece of wire. Your air cleaner is about as big as your spare tire.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hey, we'll see you guys down in Fargo.
Yeah. Speed's taking me home. Bye, boys.
Yeah.
Somebody drive my truck home. Oh, yeah.
Well, that baby will go.
Hey, get something, she boogies.
The Great Race. Well, it started in 1983, and it was the brainchild of a man named Tom McRae, and he wanted to get these old cars out of garages and museums and get them on the road and race across the country each year. And for 39 years, that's what we've been doing, and every year is a different route. Well, in the 39-year history of the event, we've been to 46 of the lower 48 states. The only two we'd never been to were Rhode Island and North Dakota. And we were trying to figure out how do we ever get those two states in, and we figured we better start at one and finish at the other to make it happen. And so we started working on this about 3 years ago. We work about 3 years out on these things. And we have a very popular race team. They're the fan favorite and the racer favorite that are from here in Fargo and neighboring Otter Tail County, Minnesota. And they've been trying to get us to come to Fargo for a long time. I came up a couple of years ago, met with Stephanie Broughton at the CVB, and we just went from there. They really got it. They understood it. I think from College Game Day being here a couple of times, they know how to put on a big event. Well, it's for 1974 and older cars, and for every year older your cars, you get a handicap off your score. So it's a time, speed, distance rally where we have secret checkpoints along the way, and they don't know where the checkpoints are going to be, so they want to stay on time all the time, the best that they can. And then we score them at the checkpoints, and lowest score wins. It's a race of who is the most accurate, not the fastest. The older cars get that handicap to kind of level the playing field. We have 3 1916 automobiles. 2 of them are Hudsons, and 1 of them is a Chevrolet. We have a 1917 Hudson. We have a 1918 American LaFrance fire engine that's train driven. That's the local team here in Fargo. So it's better to have an older car. So the race is split up evenly, about 50-50 with pre-war and post-war cars, meaning pre-World War II, so 1942 and older. It's a driver and a navigator. They're given some cryptic instructions that tell them where to start. Every car does the same route, but they're 1 minute apart. So they know what to do. They get to the sign, it tells them to do 40 miles an hour at this sign, and when you get to this next sign, drop to 30 miles an hour. Well, they don't know if the next sign's around the corner or 5 or 10 miles down the road. Our director of competition, John Class, has been doing this since 1990, and he runs the route 4 times. He'll do it, he does it in the spring, the summer, he does it in the spring, he does it in late May, and he did it 1 hour before the first car today. Well, each day is its own individual race, and then each day has a number of legs, we call it. It could be 5 or 6 or 7 legs, checkpoints that we put up. They don't know where the checkpoints are, we do, and we know exactly what time they should get to each checkpoint. And they're penalized for each second early or late. So if you're 5 seconds early, that's a 5-second penalty. If you're 3 seconds late, that's a 3-second penalty. And then it's all added up at the end of the day, totaled, the handicap's applied, and the lowest score wins. Well, the winner of this event gets $50,000. Oh, they get a big, big trophy with a big eagle on the top. I think they want the trophy almost as much as they want the cash. And there's a total of $160,000 in prize money.
Hey, welcome to this week's Hangout segment on Rise. I'm Jay Thomas. Let's go check out, hopefully Doug's in here. Let's go check out Doug's Hangout. Not only is it a cool hangout, he's got some really cool rides in here. Doug, how you doing, buddy?
Yes. Doug Runyon.
Doug, Jay Thomas, welcome to Rides. This place is nice.
Thank you.
You went all out on this.
Well, it's been a lot of fun putting it together.
Well, let's take a look at some of your rides first. Like this right here, 70?
69.
69?
Yeah, this is a 69 Chevy. The CST package is kind of rare, and then the fact that it has the factory 396 with air conditioning.
396 and air conditioning factory?
Yeah,
let's see.
It's a fun little toy.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, that's the big grill in there.
Yeah, that baby put out some power. What was the horsepower on this, or what is it?
Well, I think it's like 375 now. They were 325,
Yeah.
but we did a little work to it.
Oh, you did a little massaging?
Yeah.
Now, is this the numbers matching engine?
Yes.
It is.
Yeah, it's the one that came with it.
So what's the story behind the truck? Was it something you had when you were younger, or just something you wanted, or?
We got married back in 77, and in 78, I needed a pickup, and this was available from the local body shop owner. So I bought it, and then 4 years later, sold it and to a friend of mine. 22 years after that, he says, "I'm never going to restore that. Would you like to buy that back?" And I said, "Okay."
I keep looking at the Mopar over here. We got to talk about this.
So that's my first car.
What do you mean your first car?
I got that when I was a sophomore in high school.
What year did you get this car?
72.
Okay, so the car is only 4 years old.
Mm-hmm. In 76, I sold it.
Regretted it.
Regretted it. I never thought I'd get it back, so that's why I fixed up the pickup.
Another vehicle that you got back from your past.
That was my first pickup. But I never thought that I would get this back, so that's why we restored the pickup. And then a year after that's done, this one shows up.
So this thing was gone for how many years?
36 years.
36 years, your first car. And 36 years later, you found the damn car?
Yeah.
So how did you find it?
It found me.
It found you?
Yeah, there was a gentleman from Duluth that had purchased this from a guy over in Cass Lake area, and they had never changed the title over. So
all those years?
Yeah. So he found me through that. My name was still in the glove box. And so I said, "Well, why don't you sell me the car?" And he said, "Well, I guess I don't have any real obligation to it, so I can do that."
Guys are lucky to find one of their original cars, and you got both of them.
I've got
your
two.
first truck you got back years later.
Yeah. Up in this front corner, Jay, there was a accident where I had hit the ditch and hit a post, and put a dent
See it right
in the
there.
chrome. Yeah. So I had them take a picture of that to prove that it was my car. Yeah.
So you left it in there.
Yes.
Good for you.
Yeah.
It's a piece of history.
Over here on the side of the drip rail molding, this was the guy that restored it wanted to fix that, and I said no. That was one night where I locked the keys in the car, and
Hanger?
I had to use a coat hanger to get into it. So
Leave it alone.
leave it alone.
You did a beautiful job on this car. Again, I'm amazed you years later get your first pickup truck back, and then 30 plus years later, almost 40 years later, you get your car from your teen years.
Yes, yeah, it's kind of a dream that most people don't realize, you know.
And it's a
fun.
dream you got twice.
Yeah.
Twice. Let's talk about the space.
We had just a lot of fun designing it.
This is just nice and clean. It feels just clean in here. This is really cool. That's a big camshaft. What's that?
Yeah, it's out of a L10 Cummins engine.
Yeah, it's pretty good size.
Yeah, we put this together, and it's kind of a unique table. Upstairs area is just a place to relax.
Oh, what's with the table here?
Just pennies and quarters. And then the flag with the two plaques, that's our dads. They were both in World War II.
Nice tribute.
Yeah.
What's with the dollar bills?
Uncut sheet of $1 bills in sequential order.
Doug, this is a great space. It's a great hangout, man. You did really good. It's clean, it's tight. You got some great rides in here. Thanks for having us in. Thanks for being on Rides, man.
Thank you for having us.
Hey, if you have a cool story that involves a car, a motorcycle, a boat, heck, anything with an engine, we want to hear about it. Just go to rideswithjthomas.tv, send us a picture with your story, and your ride could be featured on the show. And don't forget to visit the merch shop where you can get all your Rides gear. From everyone here at Rides, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Oh, I'm sorry. Was I supposed to be here for a shoot? I'm sorry. My bad.
And then the hand grab over there. A lot of them call that a chicken bar. You grab your chicken.
There's other names for them, too, but we won't use that on camera. Yeah, you know. Hey, can I finish getting dressed? I mean, it's a nice car, dude, no, but can I put some damn pants on? People are sick.